Hey Shane, let's take a quick look and review what we did yesterday and some of the things that we talked about. So, first thing, I know we said yesterday we talked about how you get out of the back, and we also talked about an aerial view and how things kind of work together, how your feet should be underneath your shoulders. So, if we look here, I'm looking at your upper body versus your lower body. And we definitely see the last thing that moves is this foot. We talked about this yesterday, but we see movement from up top, and then that right foot only starts to move when it has to. And already we see this left hand is getting out in front of you. Um, yeah, it's getting out in front of you. It's gonna lead you around. And we talked about let's see here, clear how your left hand and your right foot are kind of opposite each other on their own axis. So this foot, your right foot, needs to be out here um, by the time your left arm gets there, because then we have to break that left arm. So we're running behind with our right foot. I think we talked about like a field goal kicker. All of this, when you do 360s, your shoulders, and your hips, and your feet, they're all facing together the whole way when you go around. Here you can see that's not the case. Here, your upper body, your shoulders are getting ahead of your hips and definitely ahead of your feet, and that's a problem. One thing you might want to do is a 360 drill, reset, and then go into a throw. But we have to keep your shoulders, hips, knees, and feet kind of square, particularly at this point in the throw. So here's something we can do better uh, sorry, is your shoulder plane here. If we look here, your shoulders are kind of slanted a little bit, and we want to be level, nice and square, once again, like when we do a 360. So we fix some of these things. That does a lot of good for the rest of your throw. You can fix 3 problems in your throw with 1 fix in the back quite often. We talked about this tilt that you have and how high your right foot is as you're coming out of the back. You can also see you're doing a face-in entry because you led with your upper body. We want to do a side entry. We want to enter from here. So that means that your foot has to be, your right foot has to be out here somewhere, so it's ready to sweep. So we're doing a face-in entry. You can see this because you're facing the direction of the throw, and your right foot has not passed you yet. What we want is for this right foot and your knee and your hip to lead you in. Here you're looking into the circle. We will do better with this. This straight leg, that can be fixed. We probably want that leg to be a little bent as you come in. Have a bend and some weight back on that hamstring. Here. Also, we talked about being square. And like our arms should be basically something like this. And if we look here, we see your left arm is down, approaching your knee. And that's not a good position. And once again, I'll equate it to playing football or other sports where you are try to be nice and square and level as you participate. And then this causes your feet to be narrow here. Actually, it's not that narrow. Maybe it's not that bad. And then, so one thing we have is turning your right leg We talked about wanting your right foot to replace your left, but you can see that you get here and you kind of hit a wall. I guess it's a block, but you're kind of pushing back against yourself rather than getting your right foot forward to where your left was. That could be better, but I think your things you want to work on are primarily at the back, and then we can go from there. Thanks.